Now that you know why keyword research is so important and how to protect your traffic using different keyword match types, you're ready to start digging in and investigating your keywords for all the types of things that you should consider when plotting out your keyword strategy. Keywords are evaluated in terms of frequency, relevance, and competition, and it's important for you to consider all three qualities together. Let's walk through each of these concepts. We'll start with frequency. When we talk about keyword frequency, we're talking about search volume. How often are people actually typing this keyword into Google when they're doing their searches? If you target keywords that don't have any traffic on them, then you can bid as high as you want, and your ad might show up every time that someone does that search, but the problem is that people aren't doing that search. You want to make sure that the keywords you target have enough search volume that your ad is being triggered and showing up in front of searchers' eyeballs. Make sure to watch the next video on using the keyword tool to find out how you'll actually find these numbers. But remember, there's a balance here. We just saw why you wouldn't want to bid on a term that gets no search volume, but you might also be wasting money if you target keywords with too much search volume. This often happens when you use a single word keyword phrase like roses. The keyword is too general, and regardless of the match type, your ad might trigger for all kinds of stuff that you don't want it to. A single general keyword like this will show up in millions and millions of search queries, and you may spend your entire day's worth of budget on just that one keyword before 9 a.m. without ever getting a relevant ad in front of a single targeted potential customer. And this brings us to the next variable that we look at when researching keywords: relevance. We've talked about how the keywords that you target in your AdWords campaigns need to be relevant to your advertising goals, your ads, and your landing pages. But what lots of people forget is that it all starts with having keywords that are really relevant to the products and services of your business. For example, let's say I'm a florist and I'm interested in advertising my inventory of roses. If I just add the keyword roses as a broad match, my ad is going to be displayed to everyone whose query includes the word roses. Sure, I could use different keyword match types to help protect my ads from irrelevant traffic. But even in exact match, the term roses is still too general. I really have no idea what the user's intent was when they typed roses into a search engine. Were they looking for information on how to plant a rose bush in their backyard? Were they looking for the white pages listing of their friends, the roses? This keyword, even though it does describe my product, is not very relevant to my advertising goals. And here's how I like to define relevance when we're talking about keyword research. Of every 100 people that type that keyword into a search engine, how many of them are actively looking to buy roses on a website? Let's take some better keywords, something like buy roses, or buy roses online, or buy a dozen roses. How many people of every 100 that type in buy roses online are looking to buy roses online? I'd say almost all of them. These keywords are much more relevant to my goals, getting people to buy roses on my website. The best thing to do when drafting your AdWords campaigns is to put yourself in your potential customers' shoes and try to see things from their eyes. This is your target audience. And at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is capture the attention of people that are looking to buy roses online. People that are past that research phase and are ready to take the plunge and make the purchase. I'm fishing for those customers that are further into the buying cycle, so I should target keywords that this type of customer would type into Google when performing such a search. And again, don't forget to check the keyword tool to make sure that people actually are typing those keywords into Google. Remember, all of these variables need to be evaluated together. The next piece we need to consider when evaluating which keyword to target is competition. Remember, you're competing against others in an auction for the keywords that you target in your AdWords campaigns. And the way auctions work is that the popular terms command a higher price than the ones that no one cares about. In AdWords, the keywords that everyone knows about and that everyone wants to bid on are going to be more expensive than keywords that not as many people are competing on. Now this is good news for you, because the fact is, lots of people just blindly stick words in their campaigns and throw their money at the bids. But you know better. You know how to mine your keywords that your competitors might not find, that people are actively searching on. Of course, bidding on the term roses is going to be more expensive than bidding on buy roses online, and that's a good thing. Let your competition fight over the expensive terms because we know that lots of those clicks won't even be relevant. We can focus on what's called the long tail. Long tail keywords are the ones that may not get a lot of searches taken just one at a time, but they're extremely specific and extremely likely to convert. And if you add them all up, collectively they actually account for a lot of potential clicks. Sure, the word roses might be searched on 1,000 times a day, but it's not very relevant. I'd rather find 100 terms that get just a click or two a day that are much more specific. Things like order a dozen roses. Does that get searched on thousands of times per day? No. But do I want every one of those people that actually does that search on my website? Yes. That's someone that's ready to buy my products right now. And guess what? You don't have to pay that premium for the click because your competition might not even know that that keyword exists. Once again, we're going to find our balance here. While these long tail terms with low competition might be extremely relevant, it's also possible that they have very low search volume. Your ad on the keyword order 7 dozen white and red roses for 2-day office delivery might be the most relevant keyword that you've ever heard of, but if only one person searches on that per year, it's probably not a great keyword to focus on. The most important thing to remember when evaluating a keyword is that you need to look at all three aspects together. With what frequency is this keyword actually searched on? How relevant is it to the products and services that I offer? And how competitive and expensive will it be for me to bid on this term?